Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the news postcard on TayNinhTV with some last events now province coverage nationwide. And here are our stories today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Party Committee, People's Council and the People's Committee Vietnam Thailand Front Committee of the Cang Duc Commune have just coordinated with the 115 Medical Hospital Joint Stock Company and Yak Tấn Bạc Cầu to organize a program to give the gifts to poor household and near poor household and the family significant circumstances on the occasion of the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and the National Day, September the 2nd. The program presented 200 gifts. Its worth for 400,000 Vietnam dong, and the funding for the gifts was mobilized and supported by the 115 Medical Hospital Joint Stock Company and the Venerable Thích Trí Lực Abbot of Yak Tấn Bạc Cầu. And although the gifts are simple, they are meaningful, contributing to encouraging and giving more strength to the family to rise up in life.
In the atmosphere of the whole country, joyfully welcoming the 80th anniversary of National Day, September 2nd, TayNinhTV youth have been doing many practical and meaningful things to demonstrate patriotism, not only stopping at implementing projects and youth work related to community life. The youth of the province have also brightly taken advantage of the power of technology, bringing propaganda work about National Day to cyberspace, contributing to spreading the spirit of patriotism. With the desire to bring a new face to traditional education activities, Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union of Tân An World has boldly applied IT to organize an online contest learning about the history and significance of the 80th anniversary of the successful August Revolution and National Day of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. The contest is not only a useful playground to foster patriotism and national pride, but also demonstrate the spirit of creativity, integration, and adaptation of the young generation in the digital age.
To the contest, the Tân An World Youth Union hopes that the members and the young people will reveal the heroic history of the nation, apply the skill in digital transformation to adapt to the period of national development, and that is also the way the Tân An World Youth Union spreads the love for the homeland and the country to the members and the young people in the world.
Promoting the spirit of initiative, creativity, and patriotism, the young generation of today is determined to follow in the footsteps of their fathers and brothers, continue to write glorious pages of history, join hands to build the homeland and country to become increasingly rich, prosperous, civilized, and happy. And as reported on the evening of August 30th, the art program Training the Legend continues, organized by the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of Tay Ninh Province, took place successfully at the Vam Cỏ, Cải Lương Art Tribute Theatre and left many emotions in the hearts of the audience. The art program Training the Legend continues was elaborately staged with many unique songs, traditional music, and Cải Lương, or the Southern folk music performances, and praising the party and hold the spirits of August Revolution and the National Day, September 2nd. At the same time, the performances also honor their revolutionary tradition, the beauty of the homeland and the people of Tay Ninh, brave, resilient in history, dynamic and rich in identity in the integration period. In particular, the artists of the Vam Cỏ, Cải Lương Art Tribute also brought an excerpt from the legend of Ba Đen Mountain and recreating the legends associated with the land of Tay Ninh with a methodical and beautiful investment. The program left a deep impression on the audience. Today, I'm very happy to attend and watch the performances about the August Revolution and the National Day. I find it very special and meaningful, and adding motivation to train and protect the Vietnam country. Watching the performances such as Cải Lương or the Southern folk music or heroic performances about the revolution makes me feel excited. I really miss the wartime in the past, how hard the past was. And thanks to these performances, the people and the youth today have the strong fire to love the country. The art program Training the Legend continues is not only a meaningful cultural activity to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and the National Day, September 2nd, but also an opportunity for corresponding members and the people of Tay Ninh to reveal the reviving the heroic revolutionary tradition, fostering the pride, strengthening faith and determination to build the homeland to become increasingly rich, civilized, and sustainably developed.
And in order to promptly remove the impediments and obstacles for the localities, the Department of Agriculture and Environment of TayNinhTV Province has just decided to establish 4 working groups to go to the grassroots level. And according to the plan, the working groups will not require localities to prepare written reports.
Instead, the working content will focus on directly listening to difficulties and obstacles from the grassroots level, then discussing, answering, and getting solutions to solve problems related to the fields of agriculture and environment. This is a practical activity demonstrating the initiative of the Department of Agriculture and Environment in working closely with localities, aiming to speed up the implementation of tasks contributing to sustainable socio-economic development in the province.
And currently, many rice-growing areas in TayNinhTV Province are entering the tillering stage. However, it is also a favorable time for many pests and diseases to arise and cause harms. The functional sector recommends that farmers be extremely proactive in preventing the pests and diseases on the rice plants, and up to now, the whole TayNinhTV Province has sown for nearly 36,400 hectares of autumn-winter rice, and the 2025 summer-autumn rice crop has sown more than 10,300 hectares. According to the Department of Agriculture and Environment, currently some pests and diseases are at risk of arising and causing harms to the rice plants. The farmers need to pay attention and take preventive measures such as brown torpors, small leaf rollers, and golden apple snows, rats, rice blast, brown post disease, and bacterial diseases also. And the Department of Agriculture and Environment also recommends that the People's Committee of Communes and Wards in the province need to inspect and reinforce the irrigation system, dikes and embankments, proactively provide information on the floods and rains, and assign the staff to regularly monitor weather and plant and animal diseases to take the timely response measures. And the TayNinhTV Provincial Bank for Social Policy Branch has just announced that it is ready to implement the decision number 29 of the Prime Minister that has just been issued. This decision stipulates the preferential loan policies for the motor students, and biological researchers in the fields of science and technology, engineering, and mathematics, abbreviated as STEM, to cover tuition and living expenses. According to the decision, the maximum loan amount includes the entire tuition fee plus a maximum of 5 million Vietnam dong per month for living expenses and other study expenses, and the applicable interest rate is 4.8% per year, much lower than the commercial interest rate. In particular, borrowers do not have to pay principal and interest during the entire study period. The repayment period is suitable, convenient for learners to gradually pay off the loan after completing the course. And after reviewing the needs, the TayNinhTV Provincial Social Policy Bank branch reported to the Central Social Policy Bank to add 30 billion Vietnam dong for disbursement in September 2025, and at the same time, it's committed to creating the most favorable condition for students, master students, and biological researchers in STEM fields to access this valuable capital source, reducing the financial burden and thereby providing the peace of mind to study and develop themselves. And ladies and gentlemen, in recent times, Khánh Hưng Commune Public Administration Service Center, TayNinhTV Province, has also continuously tried to improve the working processes and service quality to better meet the needs of the people in the area in handling administrative procedures. Khánh Hưng Commune Public Administration Service Center currently has 7 civil servants and 2 part-time workers and 1 postal employee in charge of receiving documents in the public postal sector. Every week, the center always ensures that there are enough civil servants on duty every day to receive and handle administrative documents for the people. When submitting documents at the center, I also guide the people on the receiving procedures as well as the time to receive and pay administrative transaction fees. And from July the 1st to now, the center has received more than 1,700 documents of all kinds, of which more than 1,200 new documents were received, and the rate of online application submission reached more than 60%. The total number of completed documents is more than 1,000 documents, of which documents resolved before the deadline accounted for more than 48%, and documents on time reached over 50%. Mostly it is certifying documents, household registration, land records. From time to time, the National Public Service Portal also has errors, making people have to wait. I also want the software system administrative public administration to be more smooth, helping the people to complete documents more conveniently. And although there are still some objective differences related to information technology infrastructure, with the dedication, responsibility, and initiative of the team of civil servants and officials at the center, the people are increasingly assured and confident when coming into contact to work. Taking the people's satisfaction as a measure of the service quality is gradually being realized by TayNinhTV Public Administration Service Center through specific actions, contributing to building a modern, transparent, and effective administrative service. And in order for all the children in the province to enjoy a joyful, safe, and healthy Mid-Autumn Festival 2025, the People's Committee of the Province has directed departments, branches, and local People's Committee to implement many practical activities.
Accordingly, authorities and organizations at all levels are required to mobilize social resources to organize fun activities and give gifts to children, especially those in difficult circumstances and those undergoing medical treatment. Activities need to instill meaning, economy, attract children to participate in traditional, hearty games and not use violent or poor quality toys. At the same time, the Department of Health will take the lead in coordinating the organization of the Provincial Mid-Autumn Festival Camp and advise provincial leaders to establish delegations to visit and give gifts to children. The Department of Industry and Trade, the Department of Agriculture and Environment, and the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism were directed to strengthen food safety and hygiene inspections and swiftly handle establishments selling violent and anti-educational toys and games. Localities were also assigned to rightly develop plans and promote people to choose safe foods and toys with clear origins, ensuring a warm and complete Mid-Autumn Festival for children.
And recently at Padang Mountain, the Vietnam Record Organization awarded the record certificate for the largest slave market on the mountain, the top of the mountain in Vietnam, to TayNinhTV Company. At the ceremony, Dr. Nguyễn Văn Viễn, Director of the Vietnam Intellectual Property Institute, Vice President of the Central Committee of the Vietnam Record Association, awarded the Vietnam Record Certificate to TayNinhTV Company, the unit that organized the largest slave market on the top of the mountain to celebrate the traditional cultural space typical of the South. The Vietnam Record certifies that the slave market is designed with an impressive scale of 30 stalls, embedded with the rustic and simple features of the old southern countryside markets, with more than 15,000 visitors participating. And it is the pride not only of Sunworld Padang Mountain tourist area, but also of TayNinhTV people before a special cultural event, rare in both Vietnam and the world also. And here, the visitors will be given the body leaves instead of money to go to the market and choose rustic dishes and local products also. On this occasion, the leaf market is also held for the 4 days, from August 30th to September 2nd, to serve the tourists visiting Padang Mountain during the National Day holiday.
TayNinhTV is accelerating digital transformation in the tourism sector aiming to effectively promote the image and enhance the experience for tourists. Although it has achieved many initial results, the province still faces difficulties due to scattered tourism data, and the application of technology in management and exploitation is not yet synchronized. To date, the whole TayNinhTV province has 185 historical relics with QR codes, 5 locations implementing automatic 3D, 360 tours, and more than 10 tourist areas and spots serving 3D mapping projection. In addition, the province has also built and operated 7 digital platforms to promote the image of TayNinhTV tourism to domestic and foreign tourists. However, data planning is still a bottleneck when information on resources, businesses, tourists, and revenue is still fragmented, making it difficult to exploit effectively on digital platforms.
Building digital infrastructure, which involves technology, internet, and equipped destination training for businesses to apply technology, intelligence in serving the tourist experiences.
To realize the goal of becoming a modern tourism center, TayNinhTV needs to soon solve the problem of data and apply synchronous technology, considering this the key to improving the competitiveness in the new period.
And ladies and gentlemen, this day the streets of the capital Hanoi are brightly decorated to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and the National Day, September 2nd. Everyone is happy and excited about the great national holiday. From the historic Abandon Square, where 80 years ago, President Ho Chi Minh read the Declaration of the Independence of Vietnam, giving birth to the Democratic Republic of Vietnam and now as the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, opening the era of national independence associated with the socialism to the 100-year-old ancient streets, from the deep blue Hoàng Kim Lake to the flag-line Hoàng Diệu Avenue. Everywhere echoes the sound of military music and cheerful laughter. During this day, I feel very happy, joyful, and very excited. The country has its 80th anniversary, which is a joy not only for individuals but also for the whole country, which is very proud and honored on this national day. In the Hoàng Kim Lake area, the heart of the capital, the space becomes even more splendidly decorated, and the streets around the lake are decorated with the red flags, with yellow stars, various time supplies, colorful billboards, and shimmering lights reflecting on the water surface. The tower stands silently in the middle of the lake like a silent witness of history, creating a scene that is both solemn and emotional. As soon as I stepped in, I felt the bustling atmosphere and felt with patriotism. Everywhere I saw red flags with the yellow stars. I felt very proud. It cannot be described how proud I was. I feel proud because I was born a Vietnamese person. 80 years have passed since the day the Declaration of Independence resulted in the heart of Hanoi, but the spirit of that declaration is still present in every bit of life, every look of the people of the capital. And this year, National Day, September 2nd, is the time for the people, especially the young generation, to look back on the arduous but heroic journey of the Vietnamese nation. And that's all for today's TV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.